We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. Stay tuned for Cubs baseball next. John Lester is the man towing the rubber for the Cubs in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
And in to hit next is Lorenzo Cain. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
For Milwaukee, the center fielder, Lorenzo.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they come in the midst of a stretch where they've dropped 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split at 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans. They need to find a way to win this game and try and take 3 out of the first 5 at this homestand.
And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. D-Row, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Matty, this team has high batting averages up and down the lineup. Just great approaches. Consistent ABs from top to bottom, and that's the reason they've been so successful this year.
No balls and a strike to count. Sinker on the inside, and that's a strike. Holt, sometimes referred to as the Brock Star. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
In is Christian Yelich. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and a strike.
Wow, that changeup is an absolute beaut. They call it the great equalizer for a reason.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Onto the bag with it is Rizzo, and the inning is over. Solid start to this one for John Lester. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. Adrian Hauser is on the mound for the Brewers in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy comes into this start, Matt, having lost 2 of his last 3 starts, so you know he wants to get off on the right foot in this one. One of the keys, getting outs early and establishing his off-speed pitch repertoire early on in this one. We'll see if he can do that in this one here today.
Here's Chris Bryant now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here's the pitch. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
You know, I'm hoping to see Jason Hayward turn it around. In the last 10 games, he's hitting under 250. He's a guy they need to hit a lot better than that because he's a big part of his ball club.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Hey, they come into game 2 of this series riding high. A huge 1-run victory yesterday, able to do the little things to put them over the top. Hopefully that leads to some momentum in game 2.
That evens it up 1-1. Here's the pitch. swing and a liner. But this is going to be hauled in out there at second base for out number 2.
Batting third, the shortstop, Javier.
Coming to the plate now, Javier Baez. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Now here's the pitch. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
Popped him up. And Jerko will make the catch here, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. We are still scoreless. So here is Avisail Garcia. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Number 24, Avisail.
First delivery to him on the way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. And a fastball in there for a strike. 1-1. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Fouled off. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now. 3-2. Jed Jerko will be next. Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 5, Jed Jerko.
Here's Jed Jerko now, and he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. And there's the good fastball from Lester as he jumps ahead. No balls and a strike. 1-1 the count to the Brewers first baseman. The 1-1 home. Line drive to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Eric.
Here's Eric Sogard. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. He's ready. Here's the first offering. No score here as we play inning number 2. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Taken but called a strike. Sent on the ground out to second. Kipnis has it. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Here comes the first pitch. Line toward the alley in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly. Digging in, Kyle Schwarber. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
2 balls and a strike to count. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And how fortunate are we that we get to watch the Gold Glover play some center field today. He's on every highlight reel on the regular, making huge plays for his defense, saving runs, throwing guys out at the plate, diving in the gap with his hair on fire. This one should be fun.
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. And he takes strike 2.
Hey, I love the aggressive nature this guy's pitching with. He's got focus. He's commanding the fastball, really being aggressive right now. A lot different than his last start where he took a loss and seemed timid and scared to attack the zone.
Got him looking with the fastball as that had some two-seam movement to it. 2 gone. And that'll bring Anthony Rizzo to the plate. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First offering on its way. Contreras at second with 2 down. Taken, but called for strike 2 on the outer part of the zone.
Got to believe you're going to get some tough pitches in this count with the base open at first. This is where you have to regroup and find a way to get a good pitch to drive in that run.
Hit back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, that's a well-executed pitch right there. That might have started middle, but you saw it breaking away to that outer part of the zone. This left-handed batter right here has got 2 decisions to make. Is he going to ground out to second base all day, or is he going to drive the ball the other way?
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Hit out towards second. Sogard is there, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Cubs strand a couple. Will move to the third with no score. Stepping up now, Manny Pena. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off to third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Pitch on the way. This is hit high and deep out to left. Back on it is the left fielder to the track, off the LED board and gone. A solo shot here to left, his first home run of the season, and they've taken a 1-run lead.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, is not the end of the world.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball, 1-0. No outs, nobody on. Now that's popped up. Rizzo is there, one away. Stepping in, Adrian Hauser. Now the first pitch here from Lester. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. One and two to the Brewers pitcher. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
This inning didn't get started the way he'd hoped with that home run, but I've got to give him credit for flushing it and coming back here to get strikeouts on the last 2 guys. He's acting like it didn't even happen before.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Now a check swing here, but the home plate umpire says he went around and no argument, and it's 1-1. Here it comes. Two out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. But the Brewers are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. We played 2.5. It's now 1-0 Milwaukee. Leading off the inning, John Lester, and they'll need him to get something going here. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that's taken for strike 1. Behind 0-2 now. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Well, that's a pitch right there you gotta just lay off. There's a good chance he's going to throw it on 0-2. And if you can recognize it starting down in the zone, you know it's only going to go down from there.
Count even at 2-2. Fastball got him looking as that had 2-seam action on it. One gone. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Chris Bryant. First delivery to him on the way. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Bryant is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Well, of all the guys in this lineup, he's definitely the guy I'd be cautious with, especially with the 1-run lead. No surprise that he's treading lightly right here.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
You know, it takes a lot of discipline to watch a pitch like that go by, but on a 3-1 count, he had the luxury of being a little bit more selective up there. Good take, and a walk is the result.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Jason Kipnis comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Curveball close, but it's 1-1. Kipnis, or Kip for short. He was taken in the second round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Now the 2-1. Down the first baseline. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Runners on first with one down. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
I don't even think I need to look in the dugout on this one. I think it's safe to assume he's going to be running. Too good a hitter at the plate not to think he's going to put the ball in play.
And there he goes towards second. Turned on down the line. He'll try it again from first. Pitch strike three called. The throw. And he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throw down that results in a third out on the bases. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Here's Brock Holt now looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
Hey, it's a game of execution. If the pitcher stays right there, this lineup's going to continue to have a tough time.
Popped him up. Contreras shading to his right, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. So we saw the fastball there as he got the pop out, and that'll segue right into our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both of these guys bringing it pretty good. 97 and 93 is the top recorded speed so far. Below the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. According to the career numbers on the back of his baseball card, Yelich has collected just over 150 home runs in his big league days. 2-0 now. Lifted down the line in left. And no one will track it down. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Christian Yelich goes down for out number 2 in the top half. So here's Avisail Garcia. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. A ball and a strike.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Into the bleachers, and gone. It's a solo home run here from Avisail Garcia. 12 home runs for him now thus far. And the Brewers move out in front now 2-0.
Well, teams have absolutely been teeing off on him the last couple of games. He gave up 3 bombs last time out, and he's already given up 2 here in the early going. You want your pitchers to be consistent, but not consistently bad.
Here's Jed Jerko now.
Now batting, the first baseman.
As he'll try and hold off the swing, but this one's in there for strike 1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. Now a breaking ball, but it's low. One ball and 2 strikes to count.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
2-2.
Pretty good breaking ball to lay off of right there. If I'm pitching, I might think this guy might be sitting on something off speed.
Here's Lester now on 2-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. But the Brewers get a run, and it comes here on the long ball. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here's Javier Baez, 0 for 1 after a pop-out in foul territory his first time through.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
The windup and the 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Baez has had a nice season to this point and may well earn a spot on the National League All-Star roster because of it. He heads into today second in fan votes among shortstops.
Yeah, and he's been having an excellent season to date, making a push towards that All-Star game. Hey, fans, get out there and vote. This guy sits in second place, but I'm sure he'd like to be named starter.
Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air, and he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Wilson.
So 1 away here in the Chicago 4th, and Wilson Contreras digs in at the plate. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock. So it's a ground ball single to left for him here. His second hit tonight. And as we flash up our Cubs leaderboard, you can see he currently sits in 4th place on the ball club in that category. Standing in now, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Had him fooled as he swings through the curveball. 2 down.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
And he starts him out with one high and tight. Ball 1. Looking at his career totals, Hayward is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. That's inside. 2-0. Outside and low. 3-0. No runs, 3 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Hayward takes as that pitch misses for ball 4. He'll take the walk.
Oh, man, I think this walk is going to grind at him for a bit. He just missed, and now the inning continues with the man in scoring position.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. A base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if any.
Into the slide, and he comes up with a great catch to end the inning. And he's got one grateful pitcher after this one. A beautiful sliding catch for the 3rd out. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday Night Baseball after this. Striding into the box, Eric Sogard. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Eric.
Now the first pitch here from Lester. Sogard, affectionately referred to as nerd power thanks to the signature specs. He's currently on a one-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Hayward. He's there and records the first out.
Now back, catcher. Manny.
So one away here with the bases empty. And up next is the catcher, Manny Pena. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. Pena, or Pineapple as he's sometimes called. He's a veteran of 7 years at the major league level. Behind 0-2 now. One out, nobody on. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Manny Pena goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
Shortstop, Orlando Arcia.
To the plate now, Orlando Arcia. As he'll take a look at ball one. He popped out in his first trip. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Take a step back right here. After 3 fastballs in a row, there is no chance he throws you a fourth.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. And this is going to get down out there and should get all the way to the ivy for extra bases. And this throw gets away from him.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now, so this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
Into the box now, Adrian Hauser as he grounds one briskly to short. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago. Back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he told me they just need to put better swings on the ball right now. He said they're searching for ways to drive the ball with some authority because it's just not happening for them today. They haven't gotten an extra base hit yet, so it's been a real struggle getting guys into scoring position. But the key, he said, is not to panic. Sometimes you just have to fight through the downturns and keep your focus and energy high.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. And now a pitch on the way.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
Can't connect there. It's 2-2.
You know, from a hitter's perspective, you get pounded in, and then he throws a nasty changeup away. Is the mindset to tell yourself that he's going to go in and out all day long, or is he going to double up? That's the cat and mouse we're seeing right now.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. A payoff pitch one more time. And that misses. Ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
In now, John Lester. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. has to put the ball in play.
Back to first, and great work by the pitcher hustling over to cover as he takes the throw for the 3-6-1 double play.
Oh, that's the last thing you want to happen when you're trying to bunt a guy into scoring position. He got it down, but you have to deaden the ball too. Otherwise, these infielders just eat it up and turn it into a double play.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. It was a walk in his last trip. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kane is under it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Cubs are down quietly. They're still down. It's 2-0. Now batting, Lorenzo Cain. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
Lorenzo
Drilled down the line. And a reach to his backhand, but he can't come up with it, and the leadoff man's aboard.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. A ball and a strike now. A runner at first with no outs here. Smoked on the ground left side. Oh, a diving effort as it's off his glove. But they will not get an out on the play as he beats the throw to first, and there are 2 on to start the inning now. And here's Christian Yelich now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. No hits to this point. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1.
Boy, the Brewers haven't done much up to this point. They need to get something going, and they need to get it going right now.
1-2 for Christian Yelich. None out, runners at first and second. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Kipnis ranging to his right. On to Rizzo at first, and they get them both.
Not what you expect from your 3-hole hitter when the first 2 guys get on base. That's pretty deflating. But now we'll see if the cleanup guy can still pick up the runner at third.
So a runner at third, 2 men are out, and that'll bring up Avisail Garcia.
The last at that, Matty D, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter. He got a fastball and didn't miss it. We'll see if they pitch him a little bit differently this time and mix in some off-speed pitches.
Here's a moment where you got to be a great teammate. Pick your buddy up who just grounded into a double play. I don't care what it looks like, single, gapper, homer, just get that guy in from third and get your team back motivated again.
Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Men on third with 2 down. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I think he's shown you right there he was trying to put you away with the off-speed pitch. Have to be leery.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Milwaukee leaves 1, but they're on top 2-0. Now in the box, Jason Kipnis. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And right into the shift, but this will get foul for strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Good waste pitch, 1-2.
Step out of the box, take a deep breath. After spitting on that changeup, you might have bought yourself a fastball.
Half swing here, but it won't matter. It's strike 3 called anyway, and that's out number 1.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored, looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Kane is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
The catcher, number 40, Wilson.
Digging in and looking for more, Wilson Contreras. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. When facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Contreras has an eye-grabbing batting line, one that resides above the 340 plateau.
These are the stats the oppositions look at. Being great with runners in scoring position. He has certainly been that, and he's able to slow the moment down.
Swing and a miss as he pulled the string on him, 1-2.
Thought this middle of the order might give him a fight and put up a little bit of resistance, but that hasn't been the case. He's carving right through them here.
2-2 to the Cubs catcher.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Two out, nobody on. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now. Kyle Schwarber would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Lifted into center field. Kane will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Cubs are down in order. They trail things here 2-0. Jeremy Jeffress will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year. So digging in now, Jed Jerko. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Here's the first pitch to him.
First baseman, number 5, Jed Jerko.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball as the result.
Now to the plate, Eric Sogard. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
And he falls behind 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And another foul ball. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2. And that misses 2-2.
I like what he was trying to do there with the two-seam fastball, but that's a tough pitch to come in. When you throw it glove side like that, it's really tough to get it to come back to the corner.
Another 2-2 offering. Got him swinging in the dirt. He makes the throw to first. 2 down. Manny Pena will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. He's set, and the pitch. And a good pitch there as this ball swung on and popped straight up the chute right around home plate. Contreras is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Last half of the 7th here. The next Cub up, Kyle Schwarber. He went down on strikes last time up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
This is pulled into right. Yelich is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Digging in, Jason Hayward. It was a walk in his last trip. Line drive base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game, watch those two at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Big.
So now to the plate, Anthony Rizzo, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 1-0 home. Hit down the line at first, but a foul ball, 1-1. From the stretch. 2 balls and a strike.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
2 balls and a strike. Here it is. Hit hard on the ground towards second. That gets through, and he'll reach base again on his second base hit of the game.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
If you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes, even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
From the stretch. Hard hit ball to second. Sogard has it. There's one. Well, he thought about going for third, and now that runner's in no man's land out there. A tag, and he's out trying to tag up there. It's a double play. Brandon Morrow has been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th. All set for the start of the inning. Into the box now, Orlando Arcia. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now. Swing and a miss on the heater, and it's 2-1.
It's becoming more and more common in today's game to see relievers like this that can run it up there close to 100 miles per hour. But it's so fun to watch it. He blew it right by him there.
Brewers shortstop ahead with a 3-1 count. Fouled away. Now the 3-2 pitch. Gets him looking. Strike 3. Well, it's been a game of starting pitching so far, as on cue we give you a look at our starter comparison for these two guys in our 2-0 ball game. Stepping in, Adrian Hauser. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out.
The center fielder,
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Lorenzo Cain. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead. Josh Fegley will try and get his club back into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the 8th. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. And it's gone into the bleachers. A solo shot here to left. As they cut the lead in half, it's 2-1 now.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows, finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat, being shut out all game, but not anymore.
Now the Brewers manager's up out of the dugout on his way to the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So as he leaves with the bases empty, he stands to be the winning pitcher here tonight if the bullpen can hold up the one-run lead. Corey Knebel is on the pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Now batting, the third baseman.
In now, Chris Bryant. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. That misses 2-0. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1.
Big fastball is definitely this guy's MO coming out of the bullpen.
The 2-1 is taken for strike 2.
A pretty aggressive pitch right there up in the zone. Surprised he didn't offer at it.
Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. Final line there for the Brewers starting pitcher, and he was really in command on the mound throughout the evening.
Matty V, really a solid performance. 7 strong innings pitched, in line for the win. Needs some help from the bullpen to close this one out.
At the plate, Jason Kipnis, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1.
Hey, that's not an easy pitch to hold your swing up. I know it looked like it was way out the plate. Good job not swinging at it.
A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis.
He's staring a hat trick in the face right now after that swing. He has just got to find a way to zone up a little bit more. You cannot expect to make solid contact chasing stuff outside the zone.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one. So in now for Chicago, Javier Baez. He flew out in his last at-bat. And that's by him. It's 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. This is line to left. Garcia is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Cubbies draw a bit closer on the strength of this solo home run. 9th inning straight ahead. It's the Brewers 2 and the Cubs 1. Dan Winkler enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Stepping up to the plate, Brock Holt. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
Leading off for the Brewers
is put in play to the right side of the infield. Scooped up. Off balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
Now batting, the right fielder.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still one good pitch away from getting double play.
You know, D-Row, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher, and there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
Avisail Garcia comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. 2-0.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
2-1 now. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. Still 2-2. Chopped down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away. Into the box now, Jed Jerko. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. The set and the 2-1. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Cutter, and it doesn't make it back. 3-2.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. He's in at second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings, and it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys, and he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
Baez is there, and the side is retired. Josh Hader enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the 9th.
Number 71.
All set for the bottom of the 9th. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming, here it is. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Yep, there's another heater right there. He is not going to deviate. He's going to pitch to his strengths. He doesn't care who's in the box.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. King is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. 1 away. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the 9th as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see there, he in fact leads the NL in that category. Riding in once again, Kyle Schwarber. His prior history in this matchup, he's 0 for 8. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. Hader, a 6'3" left-hander. He was selected in the 19th round during the first-year player draft of 2012.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Here's Jason Hayward now. He comes to the plate. Steven Souza will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. Popped him up. Holt in foul ground. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting.
who knows how long this will last.
Tonight's ball game comes to a close, 3-1 the final. The Brewers led this game from the third inning on and never wavered. Adrian Hauser earns the win, his second. John Lester pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. Josh Hader wraps it up for the save, his 18th. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter @MLB The Show.